Hey guys, got another Q&A video for you. I was talking to a student this week and it was kind of a tongue-in-cheek question, but I thought I'd want to talk about it anyways. They asked me, Connor, you talk about reading the Bible all the time. Well, what are you reading? Kind of like sarcastically. But what I've been reading lately is the book of Ecclesiastes. And I've talked about the book of Ecclesiastes before, but it's one of my favorite books. I find great comfort in it, and I recommend that all students study it. I think it's a really worthwhile endeavor for a young Christian because it looks at what the world has to offer in comparison to what God has to offer. And I think that especially at a time like this where there's division and fear and anxiety, you really get the sense that the world doesn't necessarily have a lot to offer in those departments in offering hope. And scholars have debated for centuries whether or not this book is positive or has a redeeming message, but I would argue very strongly that it does. I love reading the book of Ecclesiastes because as somebody who became a Christian later in life and has experienced that search for something else, you very quickly realize, especially after receiving revelation from God or insight into what truth actually is, you really quickly get the sense that, wow, life is fleeting. It's a vapor. It is inconsequential in the grand scheme of things. And although maybe to some people that's a negative thing, but to me, that's an extremely comforting thing. That's a hopeful thing. I don't have to rest solely on my life on earth, but I get to experience eternal life with God. And I think that's a wonderful truth that as Christians we should cling to. It's something that should bring us closer together in community because although this life is fleeting, we can experience joy in it. And I think the preacher, as he's called in the book, really does a good job of explaining that the things in this life that are worthwhile are godly community and searching for truth in the direction of the true one God, Yahweh. And I love Ecclesiastes, so please study Ecclesiastes. Okay guys, keep sending me your questions. Anything, doesn't have to be serious, doesn't have to be theological, it can be silly, it can be whatever. Just like answering your questions. So all right, thanks guys.